This is the second of my review series where I review every X-Men movie. X2, or X-Men United, is a great movie. I love X2, which sucks because gay Hollywood pedophile Bryan Singer made it. Fun fact, he was actually fucked up on painkillers the entire time, and according to Alan Cummings, they all held an intervention on set for him, all in costume and all in makeup. During this intervention, Halle Berry gave him a speech about drug issues before he freaked out and told them all that they were full of shit and never made a good movie. And Berry replied with, "Kiss my black ass." Wild shit, and Singer is scum, but that opening sequence is so cool. It's so cool and the coolest action scene in any of these movies. It introduces Nightcrawler in such a bold way, showing off how powerful he's capable, and it's just a great intro for a movie. Most of these characters from the last film are actually given something to do. It's a story about hate and the ways people are controlled, this being shown through the main villains Magneto and Stryker. Magneto is such a great villain, but Brian Cox as Stryker is fantastic. He's the best part of the movie. He rocks as Stryker and such a despicable villain. He hates mutants, but uses them as puppets the same way Professor X and Magneto do on some level. Manipulated pawns just for war. He has a great dynamic with Logan, having this fucked up father and son type relationship. They have so much backstory and exploration into Wolverine that it makes that piece of shit X-Men Origins pretty much unnecessary. Actually, my favorite shot in the movie is in the flashback where Wolverine is running out of the Weapon X facility with his bleeding metal claws screaming, showing kind of this horrifying creation Stryker has made. Stryker gave him his metal claws. He gave him his claws, like he says in the movie. The movie has a much stronger visual look to it than the first film and also the third film. It just looks good and there's many great shots. I really like the last shot of the Phoenix. And also it's full of just creative action scenes like Magneto's jailbreak and stuff. I still think some of the X-Men like Cyclops aren't giving much compelling to do, but most of the cast gets something at least. Alan Cummings is great as Nightcrawler, even though his voice is very similar to the Master of Ceremonies from Cabaret, if you've seen that version. And I still get a pretentious vibe from Hader's script, but it works better because many of the characters are more fleshed out compared to the first one, and it has more weight to it. Though I'll be honest, certain stuff doesn't work. Wolverine getting shot in the head and knocked out doesn't make sense, really. It's also a very goofy movie. A lot of the effects don't age that well. And Bobby coming out as a mutant is an obvious parallel to coming out as gay. And people bring this scene up all the time when talking about the X-Men, but it has this dark undercurrent to it. With it being a scene directed by Bryan Singer, who loves touching teenage boys. And this teenage boy basically being like, "Mom, Dad, I'm gay, and I want to be with this older man, Bryan Singer. Wolverine." Singer's a bad dude, but unfortunately, he's not a bad filmmaker. I think a lot about this movie really works, and I still love it for the most part. And I give it an 8 out of 10. Who gives a shit? I like the movie. I've been D, and I'll talk to you later.